that should be everybody in the game. I see a lot of colors. Our tabletop simulator looks like a rainbow right now.
Yay!
Wonderful. All right, so why don't we kick it off top of the order there? So we'll start with David, who is Kang Bladebender.
I am Kang Bladebender, human rogue, arcane trickster. I am from Zolargo. If you think of the story of Corvo from Dishonored, I ripped it off whole cloth, so that is my backstory. And that's pretty much it.
All right, thank you, sir. Next up, Tefistroth.
Hello, I am Tefistroth, also known as Mad King Midas, out of character. I am playing the Warforged Artificer / Wizard, who is a little bit paranoid that he's eventually going to run out of power one day and shut down. So he kind of walks around in this giant electrified pseudobot.
Thank you, sir. And next up will be Nan.
I am Erica playing Nan, who is a Warforged life cleric. She was originally a nanny for a very wealthy family. She uses a parasol, so think a little bit, goodness, it's lost my Mary Poppins. But she's going through some changes, and she's growing a little bit. She's got a heart of gold that one of these days is going to get her into trouble.
I like it. And Loki.
Hey, my name is Ed. I am playing Loken, aka Loki. I am a high elf bard of noble descent, although I have not really identified as one personally for the entirety of my life. I am from the town of Sire, which no longer exists, and I'm just along for the ride at the moment.
Thank you, sir. And Tactical Assistant Personnel, otherwise known as TAP.
I am Raveneye. I'm Cap. I'm a Warforged that was destroyed and rebuilt with bits and bobs of random Warforges, and is trying to figure out the world without a master. That's about it for him.
Thank you, sir. And Tolshi, otherwise known as Grills.
Greetings, ladies and gentlemen. I am Tolshi. I am playing the character of Grills the Bear. He's a Warforged barbarian, and his backstory is much like that of the character Bastion from the series Overwatch. Unfortunately, when he woke up after many centuries in a forest, it was not to a bird tapping on his chassis, but to a bear chewing on his leg. And of course, because he had just rebooted, he of course thought, this is my mother. So he followed her lovingly, learning the ways of the bear, until one day she too came to a grisly end at the end of a barbarian's glaive. And the moment that Grills saw his mother die, red sparks flew from his eye, and in a barbaric, metallic, robotic, rage, fury, error, he slaughtered the barbarian and took his glaive, and to keep his mother close, he wears her skin around him. Meaning like he just skinned her and crawled inside. And he travels the world, spreading the word of the bear, and how awesome it is to be a bear.
I'll give you high applause for that intro. Thank you, girls. That was excellent. And we have our sorcerer, Zamiel.
Hi, I'm Dan. I'm playing the, wizard Zamiel, and I'm a tiefling abjurer, but I really like fire, so it's kind of strange to see, an abjurer casting so many fire spells. But anyway, my backstory is that Zamiel was originally from another prime material plane, and he fell into combat, like a rivalry with some devils. And, after a few years of conflict, he eventually lost the battle, and rather than being killed, he was somehow translated to this plane instead, and now he is an adventurer making his way, like everybody else.
All right, thank you. And Naveen.
Hello, I'm Jace. I'm going to be playing Naveen. Is a shifter paladin, and where did all my stuff go? Okay, he is from the village of Theory, and he carries around a broken holy sword on his back, and is on a path of redemption currently. About it.
All right, thanks a lot. And that
We'll
leaves
fix
me.
that sword someday. Don't worry.
And that leaves me. I'm GM Gannicus. I'll be playing all the NPC characters today and doing what I can to keep these guys in and out of trouble, both at the same time.
Nice.
All right, and with that being said, I'm just going to briefly cover our last session. So, for our episode 11 recap, in the heat of battle, surrounded by goblins, the adventurers band together to overcome their attackers, liberating the Gathering Stone from the grasp of the goblins of Dargoon. After a brief interrogation of the goblin captain, they find out that the goblin raiding parties in the area have thinned out, and it is likely safe to travel on foot back to the Dwarven Keep. Returning to the keep, King Garrett thanks them for their assistance and agrees to form an alliance with Prince Orgiv and the New Sirens. He asks you for 2 more favors, though, as a part of this deal. Find a way to get the cook, Gragas, out of whatever depressive state he is in so that he can return to his duties of cooking. And 2, he asks that Zamiel take a look at Draylin, their sorcerer, who has since taken ill with some kind of sickness of electricity. The illness is volatile and causes him to be, electrically reactive and quite dangerous. The party splits up to accomplish these tasks and finds that Gragas is depressed because he wishes to compete as a gladiator in the games of Zolenberg set to take place this weekend. But he cannot because he is behind on his cooking duties and the stockpile is running low. They also find that Draylin has been possessed by some kind of lightning elemental that he explains inhabited him while traveling through that 5 elemental dimensions. Tefestroth is able to safely absorb and harness the elemental into his armor, decking him out with some new stats. Back in the kitchen, the party convinces Gragas that if they can help him get caught up, the king may be willing to allow him to travel with the party to Zolenberg, where they are headed next to meet Prince Orgiv. Gragas agrees and begins cooking up a storm, employing a few members of the party to aid him. Exhausted from being exercised, the party tends to Draylin, bringing him one of Gragas' meat pies to help revive him. After leaving the sorcerer to rest, the party returns to discuss Gragas' request to the king. King Garrett unwillingly allows Gragas to travel with his older brother to his older brother, Gaston's Hellfort, Zolenberg. He explains the falling out that him and King Gaston had when their eldest brother, Gawain, late king of Greater Dargoon, was killed in a great battle of the last war. Since then, the 2 brothers Garrett and Gaston have been at odds, all starting with the disagreement of the resting place of Gawain. Gaston holds Gawain's remains in a tomb below Zolenberg, but their forefathers rest in the Dwarven Keep, where Garrett feels Gawain's remains should rest. This disagreement grew and tore the nation of Dargoon apart, dividing the nation's warriors and allowing them to be vulnerable to goblins claiming the lands in the lesser occupied areas. King Garrett sends you with one final warning that his brother is prideful and does not take kindly to disrespect from outsiders, furrowing a brow at Loken, then winking. And with that, the party signals to Shiro to pick them up in the airship and take them over the mountains to the hill fort of Zolenberg. And he drops you off at this dock. And that's where you find yourselves right now.
All right.
Well, this tournament business certainly sounds entertaining. But you guys want to stop at the inn before we go in to talk to all of the authority figures first?
Yeah. So yeah, we literally just showed up, right?
Absolutely. Yeah, you get on this dock and you see a couple sailors milling around the dock, a couple merchants as well. And right next to you, in the port next to you, there's a large ship, a large sailboat with a couple of crew members on board. 2 of them ferocious looking dwarf women, and one of them an interesting looking dwarven sorcerer. further on down the dock too, you can see that there is a port guard pretty much standing at the staircase that leads up to the town. Or the town greater, I should say.
And with a start, Grills is just going to spasm and spit. His eyes will flash briefly and just say, "Ha! I'm back! I'm back! What did I miss? Nothing. A bear misses nothing. We are exactly where we're supposed to be. Where are we?"
Very good. Very, very good.
Oh, let's start already.
Oh, Lord.
It's unbearable.
You will hear lots of bear puns if you're just joining the stream.
Look at this. Look at this.
Just bear with us.
Who builds a dock like this?
Always.
And Tefisroth like kneels down and starts inspecting the big gap between the planks.
I'm kind of hovering by Nan. That's kind of Nan. You've noticed that since kind of I've stepped away from guard duty of our last job, I've kind of picked you out as person to kind of follow around.
Okay.
Yeah, it's not like, oh, what do I do? But like, yeah, I'm just gonna hang out by this person.
As one of the most level-headed members of the group, it makes complete sense.
Yeah, pretty much.
Fair enough.
Except
Except for the part where she's like, "Let's go kill all the undead."
Yeah, we'll go a little poetic. Naveen follows Nan around like a sheathed sword.
There you go.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
There's only so many responsible adults in this party. It's not a very high number.
I'm not really sure how I got elected that, but
Too bad.
Well, you were a nanny at some point in the past.
I was. I've been a responsible adult the
You're
entirety
carrying
of
a-
my creation.
Yeah.
You're carrying a parasol.
Exactly.
Yeah, you're the only other person that's been responsible for another living being besides themselves.
Well, I used to be until I died.
Oh, you were also a nanny.
No,
No.
I was a protector.
Or bodyguard, I see.
Yeah.
That's right.
Until I died. And then I came back.
Now you're just confused.
Yes.
Okay.
People are confusing.
But did you come back, or you had never really gone in the first place?
I don't know.
Maybe
that.
you were just hibernating.
You
I
know?
think he was hibernating. I think that's an excellent assessment.
You
Not
know,
everybody's a bear.
Grills.
That's a good point.
That's my purpose, to realize the bear in all of you. But yes, you're right. Not everyone is a bear yet.
But
Yet. I like the qualifier there.
Wizard kind
And I
of
look-
raises his brow when you say that.
I look at Nan and go, he knows he's not a bear, right?
No. And don't tell him.
Okay.
Rude.
What? I didn't know. I'm just I never seen a metal bear before.
Yes, the fiery red guy is a bear.
He's a
You
bear.
are onto something, my friend. Shh.
So do we see? I'm trying to remember. Do we have like an introduction to the dwarf king? Oh, we have the cook.
Yeah, is he with
What's
us?
his name? Gragas.
Oh my god.
Love his name.
He's a sphere.
He's large.
Oh my.
Gannicus, you raised your hand? Says the only responsible adult in the party.
Oh, I raised my hand awkwardly when he said, "Who built the stock?"
Yeah.
I just have so the sphere is okay.
Yep. The sphere is Gragas. The
Hey,
yellow
There's a
square is
million reasons for
Tefistroth.
a shot at that.
Which is funny because everybody in the stream is gonna be like, "What are they talking about?"
Right. It doesn't look like a square or a sphere to them.
So for everybody in the stream, the sphere is Gragas. He is very sphere-like, as you can see, and
Yes.
our golden member, the yellow square, is Tefistroth.
Who does not, in his actual mini, look anything like a square. or even a dice.
It's funny because I've actually never seen as many before.
Yeah, same.
Well, check out the stream.
Yep.
All right, let's see here. So, yes, your intro would be Gragas. Gragas wants to speak with the king. He'll have an easy intro as he's one of King Garrett's men. You also have, King Garrett's essentially his seal. He's got a little letter that he's given to you with a seal that shows that you guys are emissaries of the Dwarven Keep, and that you've also formed an alliance with the Dwarven Keep and the New Sirens, as well as Prince Orgev. Prince Orgev's here, by the way, so he's in Zolenberg, wandering around. You're not sure where. You know that this is where he was headed before you guys went to the Dwarven Keep and the Gathering Stone and all that. So he should still be here with Darwin and a few of his entourage.
Can I use a little telepathy to reach out to maybe Darwin? And just let him know that we're here in the city and ask if they want to meet up or if we should just proceed as we were and, of course, relay the information of where we are with our negotiations.
Yeah, you're absolutely within, I think, where you would need to be to communicate with them. So if you want to send a message out, they will respond back saying that they are in the Blue Water Inn, which is in the town proper, up the steps
Okay.
pretty much.
Okay. I go ahead and let the party know that Prince Orgev is in the Blue Water Inn with the rest of his party and have invited us to come check in with them and go to the Blue Water Inn and meet them there.
Probably a good idea. We should report before we report and, of course, introduce our new dwarven friend to the prince.
Yes.
Let us.
All right.
So as
Well-
you guys head up the dock,
Yeah.
making
Yeah.
your way up the steps and all the way up to this gentleman here, Grenji, the port guard, and he stops you in a very gruff tone and says, "Halt! What's your business in Zolenberg?"
We have several things we're here to do. We brought a contestant for the gladiator battle. We are meeting with Prince Orgov, who is here now, speaking to your king. And we have news from the king's brother that we've been asked to relay.
Don't look much like warriors to me. And he says this with an eye pointed at Gragas. And Gragas just kind of lets out a low growl.
Where did it go?
Well, only one of us is supposed to be fighting in the gladiator battles. So, sorry you don't see any warriors here.
Well then, I'll take you up to the king. He'll be the one you'll want to speak to about joining the games. He approves all contestants himself. This year he has a new prize. Whoever wins the games shall be granted one request from the king.
Well, that sounds interesting, yes.
Mm-hmm.
I guess we all go along with them then.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Sounds like a plan to me.
And as he takes you guys up the steps, you guys can hop off the map and I'll load a new one.
Where did I go?
Where did I go?
You kind of phased into the bridge.
Yes.
Yeah, it's kind of.
You became one with the bridge.
Did somebody grab?
I grabbed you. You're over here.
Oh, okay, cool.
He is not a bear. He's a bridge.
Mhm.
And you need to bear with us while we load a new map.
I'm just so happy at what I've wrought.
But I have to keep my bear puns limited because
Yeah, I've got to save at least half of them for combat.
Mhm.
All right.
and Nan knows where I sleep, so I gotta be careful.
Do not seek nor avoid the pun. Just accept them as they come. It is a gift.
It's a lesson I'm learning carefully.
Ooh.
And as Grungy, the port guard, walks you upwards towards your destination, he stops briefly at the Blue Water Inn and says, "If you want a room, you'll want to check in here. I'll be back in about 45 minutes."
Okay.
Perfect.
Thank you.
And giving you some time to settle in and perhaps have a drink at the inn, Grungy leaves you to the bar.
I'm going to walk up to Nan and just say,
Why am I so
so is
small?
this contest open invite?
Zamiel interrupts and says, "From what the guard was saying, it sure sounds like it."
Perhaps I can join. Double our odds of winning.
And
What do you think?
Matthias, the barkeep, kind of overhearing you and watching you guys as you walk in and take your seat at a table, comes over with a couple of fresh glasses and sets them on the table and says, "Can I interest anyone in a drink today?"
Please.
Yes, please. Drinks all around.
Your finest mead, sir.
For all but the Warforged, because
Oh,
why?
obviously. Can I interest you in some lubricants, perhaps?
No, just the
worst-
mead, thank you.
It's the worst pickup line I've ever.
Well, you're not a Warforged.
I wouldn't.
Oh
would-
yes, please. I'd love some lubricant.
Maybe for the Warforged, it's the best one.
I wouldn't recommend using it in a bar. And just before he goes, he says, "To answer your question, the competition this year is set to be a free-for-all. Every man for himself. And woman," he says, seeing.
And in between,
What are what is the rules of the free for all? Is it weapons or fist only or?
Well, it's a fight till not the death per se, but until the last man standing. You're not allowed to make a kill, unfortunately,
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
as this is all contestants human. We don't have any beasts captured this year for slaying, slaughtering.
now when you say free for all, you're not meaning everyone at the same time.
That is precisely what I mean. All contestants fighting
Huh.
each other at once.
Kind of the definition of a free for all.
The wizard kind of goes, "Ooh," and then takes his spellbook out and starts thumbing through it.
I need to go buy explosives.
I think there was a moratorium on killing people.
Yeah.
That'd be fine.
Light explosives, not heavy.
Oh, okay. That makes it all
Maybe
better.
they'll have priests to heal people. Whatever. Well, no, I'm guessing we'll have to restrain ourselves, though.
Oh, you'll be able to use any of your attacks, spells, explosives that you want to use, but the rules of combat will be once you reduce a combatant to 0, that combatant is knocked out. Now there's also special rules that are being put into place, yet it's a surprise, so no one's going to be told about these special rules until the competition begins, and that'll be a surprise for both the contestants and the audience.
Oh,
Since there'll be other ways to win, that'll be cool.
yeah.
Indeed.
I see no reason why we shouldn't all join. We're all here just for the wish for our good friend Gaston,
Yeah.
or Gragas, rather. What if one of us reaches the top, or all 8 of us do? We'll just all forfeit
So
and let him take the win.
should we make sure Gragas wins or make sure one of us wins?
Either way, we'll just give the wish to Gragas.
Well, I think that would be more offensive than him losing is giving him the win.
We weren't under any obligation to make sure he won. We
Won.
just needed to make sure he got involved in the competition,
Yeah.
right?
Exactly, is what I'm saying. Is if we were to throw it for him, it would be a. I bet he would take great offense to that.
Yeah, he
Not
would be
only that, but
dishonored.
if
Why
But,
don't we
you
just
know-
ask his opinion on it?
the other side of that, though, is that if they perceive that we are throwing the game, then that wish could be forfeit. They could take that
Mhm.
wish from us
It's
and
a
say
free
that
for
we
all.
cheated, and
Yeah.
who knows what the results of us cheating would be.
I know.
That's the thing about it.
I personally would be upset if he threw it for me if I was in his position.
But a free for all is just that. It's anything and everything.
Hmm.
The wonder is in the chaos and how it develops.
Yes.
Yeah, there really,
Solji.
and there really isn't too
Stop
many.
sounding like a wizard over there.
There really isn't too many rules in the competition besides what's been outlined. You know, you
Yeah.
can't you can't kill an opponent. You have to knock them out, knock them unconscious to win, and it's every man for himself. So as far as forming an alliance together to win, ultimately, you're gonna have to compete against one another once your enemies are scattered.
Right.
And what will happen at that point is it will become a fight in between the group. So it really doesn't matter who wins, to be honest. As long as one of you wins, you'll get that request. So from your group standpoint, Gragas speaks up and says, "I'm just happy to be here and do some battle finally. If I don't get the win, that's okay, but I do hope one of us gets it."
Here, here. There's a good dwarf. We'll make a bear out of you yet.
And in response, he slaps his belly twice.
Excellent. While everybody is having their mead and I'm enjoying my lubricants, I'm going to go over and speak to the prince and to Darwin and see what they've put in motion or where they are in their negotiations, if they're willing to share.
I'll go with you. I don't really care what you're doing. I'm just gonna don't travel alone kind of thing. So
I tell
I
you
mean,
that
they're just at this table here, so
that damned King Gaston is a bloody, stubborn fool. He doesn't realize
we've
that he has
heard.
enemies from all around him coming in to attack him. I'm trying to warn him of this, but he won't listen. He doesn't like the likes of humans, and he trusts them even less. And
Have you been able to do anything to win his favor or to, show him that you are trustworthy?
as a matter of fact, yes, I've been milling around like a damn peasant for the last week, setting up his games and organizing referees and making sure that an audience is gathered. He has me pretty much organizing this whole event right now. And I tell you honestly, I have better things to do. Yet, this truce is of the utmost importance. Without King Gaston, we will not be able to face the goblins of Dragoon nor the elves of Eleanor alone.
Do you have anybody joining the battles, the gladiatorial battles?
We've recruited a couple of dwarven bandits and fighters. However, the rest are ragtag groups from the outside, different nations, and honestly, I have really nothing to do with them besides the fact they volunteered. But so far, we have 10 combatants to face off.
All right. Our group has been discussing joining the battle as well.
Excellent.
And I have not confirmed with the rest of my group that they wouldn't, use their wish for, something personal. But given that we're on this mission and we're working together to try and achieve your goal,
Zamiel suddenly puts his hand up and says, I don't see why we couldn't figure out a way to do both.
that's true.
I have been kind of getting that itch to hit something. Namely the bard, but in this case, something else would be applicable as well.
Here's the thing. Knowing that the king is offering this request to be granted, I volunteered Darwin as my champion. Yet he seemed unswayed by this, knowing that I would make a request to have him join our alliance. If you were to make this request of him, he must not know initially that you are with me.
That makes sense.
Basically, we have to trick you guys trick him into letting you guys into the contest.
Right.
Well, we do have a bit of an advantage in that arena. We come bearing word from his brother.
Yes.
Not to mention how much we'll spice up his games.
They don't like each
Look at
other.
us.
Remind me, has Prince Orviga been communicated your guys' deal that you've made with King Garrett?
Yes.
Okay. So
Yes.
he's aware. So he knows
Yeah.
what's going on there. So he says, being that King Garrett is already on our side, if we can get King Gaston with us, our alliance will truly be complete, and we can begin to push back the goblins out of Dargoon and then move towards Valinor to take our own lands. So it should be a pretty simple thing if you guys can win this contest to win your one free request, but the prince just warns you to keep it on the low.
All right.
So this free-for-all, as you call it, there's no specific rules against teaming up, is there?
Absolutely none.
Well, then I think it would be quite advantageous of us to group together during the brawl and take out the competition.
Being that there are 8
We'll
of
still
you,
have to fight each other at the end, but that sounds reasonable to me.
I mean, Grill's gonna destroy us all anyway. So.
No. We will huddle together for warmth, and we will weather the storm.
Yeah, I have a spell book now. Don't worry. I'll be dedicating one slot to you at least.
all 7 of you just team up on Grills right away. Poor Grills. All right, so the king
That's
says,
the only way we're gonna have any chance.
I'm okay with girls winning. I'm not gonna win.
I can make it so I have 23
I will make
HP, but
you
I'm
win.
still afraid of grills.
It's like,
I don't think we should let Grills win. He's gonna use his wish to tell the king to be a bear or something.
no. You cannot wish someone to be a bear. They must earn it on their own.
See?
I am doubtful.
I think your odds are pretty good here. The 8 contestants that are battling against you, I think, will pale in comparison to your combat skills. So it'll be between the rest of you 8, to find out who's the victor amongst you.
Well, I could use my bare hands.
Did you take the hands off of a bear?
No.
Rude.
I have hands.
Yeah,
I'm
but now
actually
we've got bear
just
claws.
going to look at him when I hear that.
Yeah, go look at his unarmed strike damage and still tell him it's bad.
Don't worry, I'm probably not going to win. I just looked down and my shirt's inside out. I'm just not having that day today. So,
That's good for armor, I heard.
It is. Yeah. Should we go ahead and get rooms and make sure that we've kind of settled in so that when the dwarf dude comes, we
Just
are ready to go?
OOC. Did we ever have any of that leftover party loot? Because there was one thing I need to acquire, but I've only got 230 gold on me right now.
I think you should. Yeah, you should have more than that with your party.
What do you?
I was looking for an animated shield. That's the only thing I need left to complete my character as is right now.
I didn't get any gold. I don't have anything. I have 10 gold.
I think you guys have a shared collective gold right now.
Let me.
I handed it off to an adult. You're adult.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure we designated Nan keeper of the bag of holding.
Yeah, she
No,
only
I
left
still
me
have
enough
the
for
I still
honey
have
and berries.
7 emeralds, and because we used one for something. I didn't put it in my sheet, but I know we used one for something. So I still have 7 emeralds that we can use to barter with.
How much does an
And-
animated tower shield or an animated shield go for?
I'd say around 1,500 gold pieces.
Okay.
So roughly 3 emeralds.
I once we get the room settled and everything, is there a temple nearby?
There's a church.
Yes.
Yep,
Church
absolutely.
temple.
Yep.
Oh.
That's a matter of fact. That's where the king is right now. He's in church.
Oh. Oh, okay. I'm gonna go there. I'm not going to go talk to the king. I'm just going.
Got it. No worries.
I like that animated field idea. That's a good one.
You'll be able to do that pretty much when you go to see the king. You're gonna meet him outside the church. You'll be able to head into the cleric's hall. Do what you
Yeah,
gotta do.
I'm
No animated sword.
when we get a room, I'm gonna go get out of my armor and get into my robes and go pray and stuff.
Cool. All right, I'll pull everybody off the map and
And I'll just say I'm going to spend 5 gold and replenish my stock of honey, berries, and fish.
Because they go bad, not because you've been able to eat them.
Yes, because I never want my GM to say, well, it's been in there for like 3 sessions. It's no longer fish. It doesn't work if I don't have fish, honey, and berries.
Now it's Ludovisk.
Oh,
it's like
Yeah.
gas station sushi.
Now, I'll get dried fish this time and dried berries so it lasts a little longer.
Nice little orange roughy.
Good.
Nah, good old trout. Nothing bad ever happens with trout.
Comment.
Yeah. My family are Swedish, and so when we have get-togethers, my uncles are constantly trying to get people to eat lutefisk.
Yeah. No, I know what it is. I'm gonna stay in the next room.
Yeah.
a couple of separate rooms are purchased when the food purchases are made. Seeing the
What was it? I don't remember what it was.
and the Warforged are the only ones willing to stay with Barris or Grills the Bear, knowing that he smells of fish and.
No, don't worry. They're all in they're all in the sack.
If I remember right, lutefisk is fermented fish in lye.
Yes.
Disgusting.
Damn.
That is
I'm
exactly
sorry,
what it is.
lye?
Isn't lye
In
like
lye.
what they use to preserve dead bodies?
Yeah.
LYE. Yes.
Isn't
exactly.
lye like
very
an
bad for you.
incredibly poisonous substance?
Yeah. If you
Yeah, but
in larger quantities?
if you do it in the correct ratios, the putrefaction of the flesh causes enough acidic compounds to be created that offset itself with the excess base compound in the lye, thus leaving, I believe it's just a nitrate base. So it's essentially a primitive way of putrefying and preserving fish.
Yeah. It's pickled
While
fish, but
nitrating,
it's
while
done
pickling
with
it, yeah.
yeah.
pickled
Hardcore
fish.
So
How
it's,
it remains edible, I have no idea.
I don't know what that bag of stuff you have is, but
it's just a wax sack.
Maybe we could get like a nice like charcuterie plate of lutefisk, balut, and durian fruit.
Durian.
A durian fruit?
Mm.
Gross.
Yeah.
No, thank you.
I'm interested in the pickled fish, but I like pickled things, so.
This is yeah. But we'll talk about that at another time.
Are we going off map or on map?
you guys are on map now.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, are we on map?
Well, you're not on map. You're going on map.
We should be on map. Gosh darn it.
Who's on first? Who's on
Is
second?
this the Is this the inn?
Yeah, and you
This
guys
is
can
the
pick.
upstairs of the inn.
You guys can. I'll let you choose your respective rooms based on how you would have, made your selections. If someone wants to get a room by themselves, there's a lone room. I think there's 2 lone rooms. There's a double room. There's a 4-bed bedroom. And then
I'll
I
just
have
curl
a
up.
little closet here.
Nice.
I'll
Um,
bunk. I don't. I'm pretty.
Zamiel took the master suite, I see.
Yeah, I
Uh,
have wizard things to do.
Unfortunately,
I'm
this is the only
wizarding.
place with a hearth, so I'm just going to come here and curl up in front of it.
Is this like a 4-bedroom? Is this like a dorm, like the cheap rooms?
Pretty much, yeah.
Yeah, I'll go there.
Um,
I'm just following Nan because I'm like, we don't really sleep.
yeah, Nan is actually just planning on planning on going into sentry mode in the hallway when it's sleeping time.
Nice.
So
Nothing
she
better
won't
than,
need a room. They won't need a room, rather.
nothing better.
Well, actually, that's true. I should probably keep Nan company. It is a nice fire, though.
So Tephisroth is just gonna like stick his head over the railing and to a talk down to the barkeeper, and he'll say, "Excuse me, which of these rooms do you like the least?"
Oh no!
And he says, the small one in the corner with the single bed.
The small one in the corner. Got it. And I'm gonna start pulling out all of my tools, take my armor off, and start oiling and splashing lubricant everywhere. It's gonna be a mess.
It's gonna be a cleaning fee attached to your bill.
Oh,
It's all right. I've got prestidigitation. I'll take care of that before I leave.
Again, quick,
that's
just
not
real
that
quick.
bad,
How much does a really big, cheap cooking pot cost? Like something you'd put over a fire.
I'd say a couple silver pieces. You can probably just pull out
Yeah.
whatever pocket lint you have and trade for that.
I'm just gonna do the grills thing. I'm gonna go get a pot and a couple gold worth of porridge grain, and then just go make porridge for people in the poor area with honey and berries.
Oh,
And fish.
Oh.
Don't forget the fish.
Oh, that's on the side.
Actually, I want to go. Did you say that out loud, or are you not doing that?
No, it's just what I
Yeah.
do. The bear provides.
I'm gonna go ahead
well,
and cast prestidigitation on your slurry of food to make it taste delicious.
That's awesome.
Thank you.
Implying
For
it
one-
doesn't already taste delicious. Come on.
Yeah,
I'm a bear
well,
making
I kinda
porridge.
am.
It's amazing.
You're a
You're
Warforged making
You
food.
don't have taste buds. Just let me make it taste good, okay?
I'm
It's like
very
Bender trying to cook over here.
I'm very curious about grills, so I'm gonna follow him.
That's it. Like I don't want to make a big time waster out of it. Just the bear likes to
I
make
s-
food for those who don't have it.
can I suggest that we meet with the king before we all separate?
Oh, I thought that was happening in the morning. I'm very sorry.
I thought we
Oh.
did, yeah.
Well, you guys-
We met with the prince.
You guys have basically checked into your rooms, and remember, Grenji's going to be returning in about 45 minutes, which is probably coming up on 5 or 10 minutes from now. As you guys
Yeah.
have settled in, had a drink, had some conversation, had
Yeah.
time to check into your rooms. Tefistroth's taking apart his armor.
Yeah, but yeah, me too. It probably takes me about 44 of those minutes to take my plate off.
Naveen's
Yeah.
changing into robes, and
Yeah.
and Grills is cooking up a storm with Tap following closely behind in a very curious and observing fashion. Nan's taking her
And-
sentry rest.
And if Naveen mentions that he's going, or Little Wolf, Naveen,
Yeah,
sorry,
Naveen.
if Naveen mentions that he's going to be taking his armor off, Nan probably offered to act as squire for you.
Oh, yeah, I would
so-
appreciate that. Yes.
20 minutes instead of 45.
Reduces the time of taking off the armor by half. It's always good to have a friend.
Well, since this is our kind of like our first interaction on that, the broken. You notice that Naveen takes special care of the broken sword that he carries around on his back, and once I get back into my stuff, it immediately goes back
Okay.
on my back.
You should
Nan-
show that sword to me someday.
Nope.
Just
I
saying.
assume we're just waiting on the arrival of our eponymous friend. Plot point. Our eponymous plot point.
Yes.
And anybody who's in the, uh, I'll say really just probably just Nan. Well, not Nan. You're now helping him take off his armor, right?
Yeah. Yeah. I'm in the room with the 4 beds now because I was helping him
And
with
Loken,
that. Once that gets done, I'll go back out onto the.
Yeah, I'll go down.
Are you
Be-
still drinking in the bar?
Yep, just drinking in the bar, tuning up my instrument, learning new songs for the events to come.
This is like your thriving place. You're like, I've been in a bar in ages, where bards are often found. All right.
Oh yeah.
Um, well, being that you're the only one downstairs, Loki, you see Grenji walk in from the outside, and letting in a little bit of a draft of air with him as he comes in. He nods to Darwin and Orgev and approaches you, seeing that you're the only member of the group that he remembers, and says, "The king is ready to see you now. He'll be getting out of church shortly, the next 15 minutes or so. We should head up there as soon as possible. Can you gather your party?"
This is the little dwarf guard, right?
Yep, Grenji.
Oh god, he's talking to Loken.
I'm sorry, who are you again?
Hmm. I'm Grenji, the port guard. Remember, we spoke 45 minutes ago.
Nope, don't recall. I think you had me mistaken for someone else, and I'm gonna try and deceive him to make him believe that.
Okay. Go ahead and
Why?
go ahead and roll persuasion. We'll see if you can persuade him that you're not a member of the party, that you just happen to see you walking with them. All right.
I could cast friends on you before every conversation, and it wouldn't help one bit.
What's this guy's name again? Grungy?
Grenji, yep. And Grenji looks at you and says, "Ah, well, my mistake." And he
Grungy! Everybody, look, it's Grungy. He's back. Say hi to Grungy, everybody. Thanks for
Grungy?
coming back.
and Grenji, seeing Grills
From the top of the stairs coming down.
coming down the stairs, says, "Greetings. The king is ready to see you. Can you gather your party? He'll be ready to see you in 15 minutes up at the church."
Thank you. Would you like some porridge? It's freshly made.
And he looks into your porridge bowl and rudely dips a finger into it, smacking his lips, and says, that's quite good."
Please, have some. We have some time.
Since Zamiel is the only person who hasn't come down the stairs, I'll quickly send a telepathic message to him that it's time to go.
Well, I was busy changing magic items and spells and stuff, so
Yeah.
I'm lagging behind.
Oh, it's time to go. Hey, look at that. It's time to go.
And seeing you walk over to the group and join the group, Grenji says, "I thought... never mind." And shaking his head slightly, he walks out the door, leading you all to the church.
I'm just going to pick up the cauldron and head outside, put it down, and just call down the streets. Free porridge for all who want it. Good, strong bear porridge.
Get it while it's hot.
Yeah.
I'm just looking enamored at the bear going free porridge, and I'm
What
like,
the bloody hell is bear porridge?
It's porridge
Cousin
made by a
asked you.
bear.
Is it too hot, too cold, or just right?
Yes.
And as you guys walk out of the Blue Water Inn, just before leaving, the prince wishes you good luck and says, "Remember, you don't know me."
Who are you?
Precisely.
I thought we know that guy.
Nope, not at all.
Oh, okay.
Seems like a nice gentleman. Haven't heard of him though.
I'm going to tap Nan on the shoulder and it's like, and who am I?
You're a bear.
Thank you, yes.
And I just look at, but are you a bear?
Yes, he is.
She said so.
Okay.
The wizard warned you, don't get philosophical with this one.
Okay.
And
I just kind of looking around like, I don't. Okay.
I'm gonna have you guys all drop right around here in the little courtyard. And that large building to the left of you, oh my god, you guys are huge. So you guys can.
Somebody picked me up, or else I'm just disappeared.
Yep, I think someone got you over on the low. Maybe not. But
I am
Tephisroth smash!
I have lots of Nans, so it's okay. I have old designs of Nans. I have new designs of Nans.
Nan.
There we go.
Oh, there are now 2 Nans on the board.
Uh-oh, 2 Nans. I'll delete this one.
There's
Oh
two
god,
adults.
she cloned herself. Probably.
And Kang, somewhere in the midst of all this, you've changed your gear into this beautiful purple new garb.
Oh, it was almost Warforged Jenga.
Might I add, you look
Oh.
quite stunning, sir.
I'm very happy with the new color.
Looks cool.
What?
I've also decided on a new way to hold my blades. So.
Loki, you're just terrifying everybody with your size over there.
Oh yeah.
That should be good. You guys are close enough to, I think, the right size now.
Didn't I have to look down to see you yesterday?
And Naveen, the building immediately to your left is the church, the cross-shaped building, and you can see that just outside there's a cleric who may have been holding some kind of a mass that's just recently exited, and church is just getting out, so you can see that the king and the queen and a large group of castle guards are surrounding them as they exit the church.
I see the king. It's great queen orb.
You might need to do that that thing, the mod thing.
So,
That
options in your options or your settings.
I already did that.
I would
the
recommend.
mod caching.
I would recommend if you already have your server set up for mod caching on the game, and then you have, what was it? There was one other on graphics. You need to take off full-size textures. So full-size textures need to be unchecked, and I can help you with that. Go to menu.
I also posted a article over in chat from Steam forums of people that were having the same problem. They said that part of the problem is a lot of the assets are like years and years and years old, so the links have expired. So anyone that's actually already loaded it is fine, but everybody else, like the assets, just fail to load.
That's weird.
Yeah, there's a couple workarounds possible, but we can play with that after session.
Everything looks okay to me, so I'm happy.
I'm fair enough.
I'm just gonna nudge Nan and say, Nan, fancy people, you're up.
We'll figure something out in between sessions, Matt. I don't know why that's doing that to you. Maybe we just need to get in Tabletop Simulator, me and you, mess around for a little bit.
Maybe.
I am going to preemptively hold action Mage Hand to put my invisible Mage Hand over Logan's mouth.
Lovely.
There's a lot of PvP going on right now, guys.
Well, I mean, you know, there's 2 options for you in terms of dealing with dwarves. You can behave. Well, actually 3. You can behave. We can PvP against you, or we can let you stay somewhere else and not follow us.
I'm just gonna pull out a little notebook and start jotting notes down.
I'm going to ready the honey sack just in case.
If that's what keeps you from speaking to dwarves, that's what we need from you. Okay. Does our what's his name? Grungy? Does Grungy introduce us, or are we kind of waiting for that to be available to happen?
Grungy's kind of talking to one of the castle guards, explaining who you are, as you know, his personal guard is Obviously not in the loop on who you are just yet, but it seems like
Mhm.
him and Grenji have had some kind of conversation before this, as kind of dawning of realization falls on his face, and he gives you a look of, oh, that's the group you were talking about. And this castle guard leans over to the king, whispers a few words, and with that, the king addresses you all. Ah, welcome, travelers, to Zolenberg. What brings you to my great city?
The battle, the gladiatorial battle, for sure, is one of the things that brings us to the city. But we also have greetings from your brother.
Ah, my brother, you say, huh? And how is the old fool? Or young fool, I should say.
Um, Healthy? Well, we helped him deal with a group of goblins, so things are doing well there.
Sounds like my brother can't handle his own problems.
Mm.
The
Well,
wizard snickers.
at any rate, you all look like a formidable group. Currently, we have 8 contestants signed up. And how many of you are interested in joining?
The group of us, all 8.
Ha! Well then. That will make for quite a battle. And
Don't forget to gog us.
he
I
looks,
telepathically tell Nan.
Oh, right. And then we also brought another contestant, Gragas.
and as you
So
say
that will
this,
be 9 of us.
as you say this to him, Grenji walks to the king and whispers something in his ear and says, Well, sounds like we would have 19 then. I'm just told we've had 2 more contestants before you decided to join up. Well, have you been given the rules of the contest? Do you understand what is to happen?
We understand that it's a free for all, that there's no killing, and that the last person standing wins a boon from you,
That is correct.
which is quite a generous prize.
Well, I'm quite a generous man.
Clearly.
And he says, Whatever it be, ask your wish, and I shall grant your desire. For I have all of the power that Zolenberg harnesses. And he
Well,
holds his hand like outstretched and then turns it into a fist.
you are clearly a generous and powerful man, and we are looking forward to the opportunity to request a boon from you.
And he puffs out his chest in proud and ridiculous fashion, looking over to his wife, kind of boasting, and says, You see, all of the people of the lands respect King Gaston. And Queen Gwendolyn kind of just nods modestly to him. And with that, he says, And have you heard that there'll be a special surprise for the contestants and the audience?
I have heard, yes. We'll be eagerly waiting to learn what that is. And if I catch the queen's eye, my docent eye, the blue one, sort of winks.
And she kind of looks at you nervously. Or at the docent eye, nervously.
And then that's all I have at the moment.
Well then, if there's nothing else, I bid you adieu, and look forward to seeing you compete in our contest. And with that,
We'll do our best to be entertaining for you.
almost walking off in the middle of what you're saying, disregarding you in a very rude
Absolutely.
fashion. The king and the rest of his guard begin to walk away as I make the
Oh,
map go
Jesus,
insane.
what happened?
Something just happened there.
Well, I hit unlock on the map, and now it's going to go flying for a little while.
Oh, cool. I was like, oh my gosh, the dwarves are having an earthquake.
Sounded like one.
Yeah.
I may have a
was
small
great.
problem.
Uh-oh.
I recently found out that you can buy squeezy tubes full of condensed milk, and now I'm discovering all the things you can add it to.
Oh, that's a small problem. That might be a big problem eventually.
Oh, I'd certainly say it's a big problem.
Squeezy tubes full of condensed milk.
Yes.
That's fascinating.
It's a little weird.
I think I managed to save everyone.
Nice. Before I demolish them all. I think they would have been.
Yeah, I figured you were about to do that, so I thought it was gonna like launch the minis or something.
No, they should be okay. I think. Well, maybe not. They're all unlocked, so it probably would have done that. Thank you for doing that, then.
Thank you. Yep. I see a group of minis being righted as we speak.
Tefestroth, our savior. And with that, you guys, see the king walk off towards his keep, and they open the doors for him, closing them behind, leaving you guys on the outside. And Naveen, I'm imagining that you've probably wandered into the church while this is happening.
Well, yeah, I dismissed the king as fast as he dismissed me,
Okay.
and walking into the church.
And the rest of you can,
Fair enough.
make your way around the grounds, observing, the upper city. This is where you'll find, nobility and royals and things like that. You're inside the castle walls now.
Does this church have a particular sect, or is this just like an open church for all?
Well, I believe it's, to be honest, I can't reference the god that the dwarves follow, but it'd be like the dwarven church.
Oh,
So
I gotcha. Yeah. Moradin?
I think that's it.
Is he in Eberron?
That's Farron.
Is this the time when we should be procuring arms and armaments, or is that later?
You guys can absolutely do that right now. And I know it ends with an IN. I just don't remember what it is.
Yeah, I think it's Moradin, but I could check.
Is he really the god in Eberron and Farron? That's cool.
Probably. I mean, when it comes to Wizards of the Coast, they spread out across books and stuff like that. Usually,
Yeah.
you'll find
Wait,
one theme.
where's our bard gone?
Being a god.
That's a
in
very
multiple
good question.
spheres.
We want to know where he is in a dwarven city.
Who is supposed to be watching the bard?
Not me. I'm not a babysitter anymore.
You're the responsible one.
Who cares?
Speaking of, Tefstroth has wandered away from the group to attempt to locate a blacksmith up here in Upper City.
So for
I'll accompany you.
Actually, you should all come with me, and I'm just going to go over and pick up Loken because we need him for negotiation.
We do.
Yeah, he's the
I
one with
knew
the
that
This place is
response was
full of
coming.
dwarves. He's going to increase our prices.
Oh, that's right. Thank you. Thank you for correcting me. We don't need you, Loken. I'll just put him back down on the tree.
Loki's like, do we
Poor
always have
Loken.
to go
I mean-
to town with dwarves, really?
Are all of the people dwarves here?
I mean,
Well,
I haven't seen a non-dwarf yet.
It's a dwarven city.
Most of the townsfolk are dwarven, but there are, people about, tieflings, minotaurs, people from all over the five kingdoms, actually, here for the games.
If you were to go back to the inn, you could continue to enjoy a few glasses of mead with the human inn owner.
Oh, yeah. And I could prepare myself for what's coming.
A terrifying way of saying that.
Yeah, no, I got instantly a little nervous.
I like how Loki keeps everybody on their toes in this group.
Well, his name is Loki.
All right. With that, you guys break up, and whoever was going to look at armor or armaments or anything like that, you guys can all go together. There's one shop that does all in that respect. And Tefstroth.
What a wonderful store.
It's a huge building, as a matter of fact, with 4 or 5 different doors, and above each of the doors adorns the door with a sign that says, shields, armaments, swords, bows, and each of them have their own respective craft.
Given that I have all the money, I should probably go with y'all.
Yes, please. I don't think they accept IOUs.
Mom, can you
Tefstroth.
buy us something from in there?
Surprisingly, Tefestroth, when you head over there with Nan with you, I will say, they do say that they are offering a credit purchase for any anybody competing in the games. So if you're competing in the games, you have a line of credit up to 500 gold pieces.
Oh goodness.
It's like giving
Is
me
there a place that sells I guess clothes around here? Need to purchase a few clothing items.
There's a couple different clothing stores. So there's like a really fine clothing store with,
Yep, that's where I'm going.
I expected rich linens and silks and things like that. And you see, it has actually the only shop with glass windows, and there's mannequins about donning the latest and greatest bard gear, and you're just ogling it from the window.
Ooh.
I am going to lean over to Nan and just say, don't trust credit. They're just like gutworms. They keep eating whenever you eat.
So Tephisroth will go to the arms smith, and he'll take the gauntlet off of his armor, and he'll put it down on the counter and says, "I'd like to strengthen this."
Strengthen it how, my friend?
Well, I mean, it's pretty good for punching and, setting things on fire and burning things and electrifying things. But I'd just like it to do a bit better.
Well, I'll see what I can manage.
Oh, no. You misunderstand me. I'd like to strengthen this. And he pulls out his hammer and his tool belt.
And the shopkeep looks to you a little bit confused now and says, I don't know if I follow you.
Basically, I didn't bring my anvil. Can I borrow yours?
And lifting an eyebrow at your odd request, he says, I suppose so. And he lets you back into his, work area.
Oh, thank you so much, sir. And Tevstroth just gets to work repairing and just kind of working on his armor and his gauntlets.
And as he walks, back out towards the shop, he says, surely some strained competitors this year.
Um, bef- Loki's going to go buy clothing, right? Loki, is that what you're doing?
Loki is gone, man.
Loki's gone.
Just straight gone.
We lost him.
Loki's in a changing room right now.
Okay. Too bad.
Let's go get that gear.
Yeah, let's get that gear. And while we're walking, I say, if we get the opportunity to learn from the locals anything they know about the other contestants, that might be super helpful.
I think somebody implied that they'd be weaklings, but I don't. Oh, the prince did.
Yeah, well, I don't trust the prince's assessment because he's full of hope.
Yeah, and he only knew who two of the combatants were, the ones that he
Right.
recruited. Or, I'm sorry, three, Terra and Tetra, the dwarven sisters who you guys saw on the docks.
Mm-hmm.
So you got a bit of a look at them.
Yeah, they looked formidable.
Yeah, I'd say so.
Mhm. Agreed.
We'll look at Grills and be like, so how long have you been a bear?
Since my mom woke me up.
Oh, cool.
Kind of like when you woke up and you weren't sure who you were or what was going on.
I get, and he nods very like, oh, I get it now.
Yeah.
Come to think of it, mom's looking a little bit rough. Do you think there's a place I can go where they can brush her out?
And Tap is very confused. He was like, your mom?
Yes. And I pull on my ear. My mom.
Now I'm confused again.
The fine clothing store would be your best bet.
Thank you, mysterious voice in the sky.
Or perhaps a leatherworking shop?
He's referring to the fact that he is wearing his mom currently for you, chap.
No, I know. I was just my characters
Oh,
be like,
gotcha.
I don't get it.
I'm confused.
While
Okay.
we're on our way to the armor, Kang will bring up. It seems like these two brothers don't really care for each other much. Do we really
Mm-mm.
think that Gaston is gonna honor a wish that it requires him to ally with his brother?
Well, ultimately, the wish isn't that he ally with his brother. The wish is that he ally with Orgev.
Well, as part of a coalition, though.
We don't have to tell him that.
I think he'll be
Fair enough, I suppose.
as far as the request goes, he'll be honor bound to do whatever you guys ask. You could ask him to make a totem pole of all your faces in the main square in your honor, and he'd have to do it. So whatever you choose, he will have to abide by, whether he likes it or not.
Probably easier for him to do the totem pole.
I want to be a real boy.
Within his power, I believe.
Right. With it.
Said he was all powerful.
He did. He did.
Oh, careful!
Yeah.
If you prove that he's not all powerful, that might be considered as an insult. Find yourself in the keep.
Yep. Now you know not to offend people's egos,
Especially
or crazy people's.
the king's is very fragile, by the way.
And I sensed that perhaps the queen isn't as impressed by him as he would like her to be.
No. More to that story, by the way, for anybody who's curious.
No.
So yeah, if we go to a store and there are people there, I'm not really shopping for anything, so I might just listen in, especially in an armory. They may have a lot of people talking about the games, even if they're not participating in the games, or maybe people running errands for people who are participating in the games. I'm just listening for any little bit of information about the different contestants, particularly things that seem realistic. There's always going to be somebody who's like, Gorgon the broad is the broadest, and he always lays on people and crushes them every time he fights in the game. I've never seen him not lay on somebody and crush them. That's kind of seems exaggerational, but it might give me a clue that there's a guy who kind of is big and uses his size to his advantage, that sort of thing.
I'm going to walk up to the counter and say, I would like a floating shield. And do you have anything else that can help us destroy our enemies?
Are we at the blacksmithing?
At the armor outfitting.
Yeah.
Adventurers Outfitting Emporium.
When you do that, Nan actually puts her arm around you and gives you a little squeeze.
So I'm just wondering how the shopkeeper's reacting.
And the shopkeeper says to you that they do have animated floating shields available for 1,500 gold pieces. And he lets you select from 3 or 4 different various selections. You can see that Zollenberg's town or shops boast, quite a bit of selection in terms of what you'd like. But basically, they're all the same, just different colors. So you can find
I'd
one.
I'd like to get a nice big floating round shield, and I say, do you have a bear head you can put over the front?
And the shopkeep kind of looks around and sees if he can put something together for you and says, it'd take me about a day, but I should be able to do something like that.
As long as it's ready in time for the destroying of our enemies.
I assume you mean before the games, and I suppose I can accommodate that request.
By the
You're
way,
a
when
good
are
man.
the games in
The game
relation to now?
right now it's afternoon of Thursday, and the games take place Friday afternoon. So you guys will have one more night of rest before you'll gladiate.
Excellent. And good sir, what else do you have to destroy our enemies?
And he showcases pretty much everything that you can see within the item list of D&D Beyond.
So, not going to narrow that down for us.
Basically, you guys can get whatever you need in these shops. This is like the Walmart of stores. They do have everything. Anything you're looking for will be available.
So we had 5,000 gold pieces worth of armor and goodies that we took out of the chasm.
Could we essentially trade that in wholesale here?
Oh yeah.
Right.
This would be where you
That's-
guys could actually get your cash. So
Yeah,
if that's what you'd like to
that's
do, you guys
what
can
I was thinking.
dump it all for 5,000 gold pieces. And you can also trade your emeralds if you'd like to have more dispendable or expendable cash.
But the emeralds are
Can we
lighter.
try and negotiate on the selling price for our cache of goods?
Yes.
We
Yes.
should probably do that at the end when we're
seems
totaling
like
up the final
The
bill.
most worthwhile.
You can,
Just do
but I can
one
tell you
good
that
run.
these shopkeepers, being that they have a lot of business and a lot of selection, will be likely to be tougher to convince.
Every little gold helps.
Well, it's not like the armor is any burden to us. We have it in bags of holding.
So,
If they're not going to negotiate, then we could unload whatever we need to unload for versus the value of the items that we're buying, and then keep the rest of it so that we're not losing value.
I look at the shopkeep. I'm like, did you make any of this stuff?
most of it is imported.
Oh, okay.
However, I do some custom crafting in house. And he nods to Grills.
He goes, and then he goes, "Oh, that's dumb." And he holds out his hands, and I need these to be big, strong hands.
Ah,
I
little
turn to you and I
groans.
say, you might want to talk to Tefestroth about that.
But he always seems so busy with his armor suit.
I'm sure he would enjoy an amazing challenge like what you're putting forward for him.
Y'all are still at the shop, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Tevestroth hears this and like pokes his head out of like around a corner, and there's like the crashing of a hammer as he's not looking, and he says, "What? I heard my name." He is behind the counter, by the way.
Currently employed at the shop.
Tefestroth. Would you be able to help Tap increase the strength of his hands?
So Tevestroth looks at Tap, looks back at his gauntlet that he's actually working on. He says, "Sure, I can do that. In fact, I'm kind of doing that right now."
Oh, cool. Cause yeah, I want. No, I want nicer hands. These are all multicolored.
Tevestroth looks over at the shopkeep and just sort of smiles at him. Well, he attempts to smile, but his face doesn't actually move. And he like waves Tap to come over behind the counter to next to the anvil. I'm gonna take off the other gauntlet for my thunder gauntlets, and I'm going to see if I can't find some way to make it usable for Tap.
So he's basically he's got to attune to anything you give him, and that's really all he'll need to do. If it's armor, he can put it on. He just needs to attune to it.
Well,
Okay.
Technically, if I wear, is it technically armor? Because
It is not technically armor. It counts as a weapon.
Okay.
Oh well, in that case, I think it's pretty much this. Nope. Weapons he just equips. That's normal.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I don't use weapons. Well, I don't know how that works.
I mean, it's a gauntlet.
Well,
you punch people with.
Yeah, you have the capability to use weapons, so you can use it.
Yeah.
Or not use it.
I think that Well, okay, let's just put it this way. I am trying to use something because my unarmed strike is really good.
Mhm.
I'd
Mhm.
like to try to figure out how to enhance that unarmed
Oh,
strike.
I see. Yeah,
I
so
use
so
my hands.
Tef would probably be a little bit confused by this because he's never seen somebody fight barehanded before. So he was like trying to find a way to get you a better weapon. But if
And
you
I
actually
go,
explain that to him,
I'd be
go
like,
ahead.
I'd be like, I was like, yeah, I'd like my hands to be one color, the same color, and I use my hands and my feet a lot to hit people in the face or any other part of their body. Can you enhance my hands maybe with a denser metal, denser
Hmm.
alloy?
And then, like, he pokes his head out and looks at the rest of the guys that are still at the shop, and it says, "Hey, do you also have those little baggies of mithril?"
Mm-hmm.
I gave mine to the people because that's what everybody else was doing. I thought that was the thing to do.
I reach into
Yeah.
my skin and I pull out my bag and I just jingle it.
Oh, look at you, the best bear. Can I borrow that?
I
That's his
am a good
very,
bear. And I
very
hand
bad
him.
attempt.
I just hand it over and just say, "I am a good bear."
I pet the bear's head. So I'm going to try and sort of powderize the little shards of mithril that are left, and I'm going to try and coat one of Tap's hands in the mithril.
I have a very quick GM question.
Sure.
Can I take off my own hand? Or is it like super attached?
Well,
I mean,
currently your hand would be let's see here. Yeah, we'll say you can take off your own hand. Once you get one off, it might be difficult to get the next one
Yeah.
off though.
Yeah. But it's kind of like it's not like a person hand. It's like it's locked in a certain way.
Yeah. Twist it, pull it out. That sounds
twist
Okay,
it, pull it, bop it.
I would do that, and I would hand him the hand. I'm like, all right, that might help easier.
Yeah, so I'm gonna like try and like coat his knuckles and his fingers in mithril.
All right, so as you powderize this mithril, you pour it into a small little ladle and melt it down. And once you have, a good amount of it, you kind of just pour it right over the gauntlet, covering the gauntlet completely in this mithril liquid. And as it cools and hardens, you now have a mithril coated gauntlet.
Oh no, not the gauntlet. I was trying to do it to Tap's hand.
Oh, to his hand.
Like,
I'm sorry.
yeah, to try and strengthen his hand and well, theoretically make it all the same color as well.
And that is done.
Great. After that, I'll just sort of look at it and go, well, it's probably stronger. You're going to have some trouble, actually bending fingers and wrists. So, and then he says, wait, no, hang on. And he pulls out his tinker's tools. And he'll start to actually try and sort of loosen the material around the joints so that his hand actually moves and functions as a hand.
And as he puts it on and reattaches, you can see that he's beginning to flex his fingers and test out his new hand. And he has full mobility of all of his fingers still.
All right. How's that feel?
I like. It's one color. That's nice.
Great. Okay, hit me.
Should I really hit you?
I
Come
punch
on,
him.
hit me.
No, like he didn't specify. I'm just going to punch him.
All right.
Well, I roll with advantage, so 15 probably doesn't hit him.
Not even close.
A playful swipe.
I did 16. I don't know if that works.
It just sort of like clangs against his plate mail, and he says, "Well, it's better.
I mean,
I mean, at least it's the same color, right?"
Exactly. Yeah.
See, what you need are like some spikes or something.
And Gragas perks up at this. I like spikes.
Ooh, I
Yeah,
had a
spikes.
great idea. Nan, can we buy dynamite?
You have a great
Everybody
idea.
wants explosions.
And dynamite. I suppose we can. Yes. Why not?
Oh, wait,
and
actually,
really, I don't get. I'm not here to give you permission. You just trusted me with the money. If you need money for something, go. I'll just give you some resources, and you
No,
can use it to buy dynamite.
We gave you the money because you're the adult. You're adult.
Yeah.
Well, Greg has got very big.
So Tef
He had
sort of turns
Too much
to.
porridge.
So Tef turns to Groves and says, "I like where you're going with this." And he looks at the shopkeeper and he says, "Do you have anything explosive?"
Well, we do have some sticks of dynamite, but
Yeah,
they're
I
old,
could take them apart, I guess.
and the nitroglycerin may be leaking out of them. So we keep
Oh, perfect.
them stored in a place off-site. I'd have to send a courier to get them.
Yes, please do. In the meantime, I'm gonna try and construct like a little compartment on the front of the knuckles of Tap's hand to hold like little capsules of nitroglycerin.
Oh my god, that's awesome.
And he go, and I go, isn't that gonna blow up my hand?
Well, that's what the mithril's for. I planned this all out in a head. Don't worry.
Oh.
And with an unconvincing response, Tefestra says, "It shouldn't blow up."
well, if you're going to fill it with boom liquid, why shouldn't it blow up?
Well, no. That's the thing. It should blow up, but you should be fine.
Yeah, the hand
Exactly.
should be fine.
Well, and I go,
He's going to make them shaped explosives so that they explode out.
What's a shaped
The wizard
explosive?
pipes in. The wizard pipes in with some advice. Yeah, that might work. I mean, if you tried it on anybody who's, not made of metal, yeah, no, that would be bad. But yeah, it might work as long as you do your reinforcing job well.
Shaped explosives, instead of it going 360 degrees,
And,
it goes like 90
as long
degrees.
as it's nice and low back.
and then I go, oh wait, we have to wait until after the tournament, because then that might kill somebody.
Well, I'll tell you
Oh,
this:
well.
if you reduce someone's hit points to 0, you don't kill them; they just get knocked out. So basically,
Okay.
you guys can do everything that you can normally do. We're just for the sake of role playing. You're not going to actually kill them. So
Oh.
whereas bears would normally rip someone's head off, he's going to punch someone's head very hard.
Okay.
But also very gently, because him punching somebody's head very hard would probably take their head off.
Very hard enough to not kill them.
Ooh, no, Tefestroff. No, I want that hand. The picture.
I thought you'd like that.
I want that picture.
That's what I'm going to attempt to make. We'll see what kind of actual smithing roll I make. I don't have expertise until level 6.
Ooh.
Okay, I bought a whole new outfit just to get ready for what's coming up.
Just over there looking beautiful now, Loki.
Yep, pretty fucking cool. Just got all these fine fabrics and everything. I'm gonna send you the link.
All right.
I think it's the link, right? That to the fucking thing, or is it a file?
Okay. I just thought of something. I want to talk to the clothes merchant and ask if she could enchant my robes to resist energy, like elemental energies.
What kind of elements?
As many as I can enchant onto the robe to do. But I don't need fire.
She could do all of them, but it'll be 300 gold piece per element.
All right.
It'll give you
I'll do.
-3 damage to any of those elements.
That's
All right, cool. Let's see. I'll take. What is it? 3? Does magic damage count as 1?
No, elemental damage.
All
It's
right.
like earth, wind, air, fire.
All right, cool. I'll let you know.
Water. Forgot
I'll let you
one.
know exactly which ones I picked.
Cool.
What about Heart?
Heart? I don't know. I don't know. What
Yeah, yeah.
I don't know what that
Captain
is.
Planet.
I don't know.
Ether.
I don't know what that is. I don't have one.
Captain Planet.
Yeah, that's why it's Captain Planet.
Only if you have a monkey.
There's no such thing as like the manuals of increase your stat.
Oh, tomes, you mean? Yeah, like tomes and manuals?
Yeah, unless they're like stupid, idiotic, legendary, wondrous artifacts. There's no like
Explosive punch.
regular ones.
Hey, while I'm in the church, can one of you grab me an unfinished greatsword? Basically, just a chunk of metal with a handle on it.
Should be able to get
Yeah.
that for pretty cheap. 50 gold pieces or
Heck.
so.
We might have something like that in our bags.
Yeah, as a matter of
Sure.
fact, you do. Yeah, you wouldn't have to give up any gold.
Cool.
So I'll approach the shopkeep and how much for a hunter's coat, good man?
We have several hunter's coats back here, ranging from 250 to 350 gold pieces. And
And
he tells
what's
you
the difference?
he tells you basically just style. There's different linens added onto some, so you can get yourself a cheaper looking coat. And you see an interesting looking purple one for around 250 gold pieces.
And looking at what I'm wearing right now, let's say I wanted to just make a deal. What kind of deal could we make?
Oh, you're talking about giving away your clothes or something?
Am I misunderstanding the coat? Is it not armor? It's on top of armor?
Oh no, it's armor. I mean, it would be
Okay.
considered armor.
Then yeah, I'll go in the changing room and swap them out, depending on what kind of deal we can make.
He's willing to give you an even swap for this. He looks over your armor and finds that it's nothing like anything he has in his shop. And when he does this, your immediate perception is that your armor is more valuable than the armor he's trading you.
Yeah, maybe in terms of gold pieces, but in terms of usefulness, not so much. I think my armor is worth a little bit more than this coat, but I am interested in the coat. How about I give you the armor and you give me the coat plus, let's say, 100 gold pieces.
And he opens up his till and sees kind of what he has there. Looks you up and down again, checking out your armaments, and he says, "That's a deal."
And I shake his hand and take the armor into the changing room.
And as you do, you brush past Loki, coming out looking very fresh.
No, I want to look like a very presentable forest bear. My cloak has to be brushed out. I have to have my fur all shiny and golden.
Well, nothing in the DM guide about this. We'll say costs 100
There's
gold pieces to pretty you up for the competition.
100 gold pieces.
Mm-hmm.
Jesus.
Yeah, no one wants to put a comb through that mangy bear garb you're wearing. He's like, I'm insulted.
All right. But yeah, I'm expecting like the most amazing job ever.
Oh yeah, you will smell and look like the most beautiful bear in the world.
I'm just gonna walk out. Like the final scene for shopping will be me just walking out of the salon. I'll let you guys react.
Ooh la la.
Ooh.
I look at Tefistrat and go, "Can you put runes on my hands?"
He's got like a wrench in his mouth as he's like also pulling the cork out of a vial of nitroglycerin. He's like, "Huh?"
Can we put runes on the other hand so I had to punch people it does it like an elemental damage?
That's what the nitroglycerin's
probably.
for.
Is
Isn't
there
that what
a?
the explosives are for?
Yeah, but I have
Yeah, the
another
artificer
hand.
can definitely make that easier.
I look at him, but I have another hand.
You make a good argument, but one thing at a time.
Well, yeah, I not right now. I'm just saying.
Oh, don't worry, I have some ideas for the other one.
As
We'll make
I'm
the other one out of adamantine and make it do force damage. Yes.
as I'm wa-
Good. We've been shopping for a while. Like, I don't really know what else we should be buying.
I
Or
think
doing.
I think I missed some questions here and there. Sorry about that.
I was looking for. I think the last thing that we were kind of talking about was I was looking for a ring of spell storing
That's right.
and a guardian emblem. And quite frankly, if there are 2 rings of spell storing, I'll pick one up for Zamiel.
Okay.
Depending on how much they are, I'm not sure what the costs are going to be on those.
I'm also looking for a ring of protection. Didn't realize how much this new armor was going to drop my AC.
I have one.
Are you not using it?
No, I'm using it, but if you ask Naveen, he'll give it to you.
Actually, I have one I can give you.
I mean, I don't. If you're using it, I don't want to take it off you.
No, 100%.
I'll
No,
pay
I'm
for a
not
new
using this one.
100% he's using it, but
Then disregard. I'll just buy one.
I have one I can give you that I'm not using.
Are you already not using it? Or are you just saying that now?
Yeah. Yes, I'm already not using it.
All right, then I'll take it. Thank you, sir.
Ring of protection +1, right?
If you got a 2, I'll take that too. But yeah, I was assuming +1.
Yeah, I don't think there is +2 in D&D Beyond. At least I haven't been able to find any.
Yeah, I didn't see it either. So
not for like a ring. There's armor of plus up to +3, but Jesus, how much money do we have?
Less.
Less. Right now we
Less.
have 3,399 gold plus the 1,500 in emeralds.
You might want to try see a power stone. Power stone can store a spell. You might see.
Yeah, I think this is just what rich cities charge for, convenient magics.
Okay, that's not going to work. Yeah, that's. Well, that makes
What
sense.
about a
I'm not
pearl
gonna
of
do it
power?
yet.
That's what I was saying.
50K. Wow.
Yeah.
50K for a rare item?
Well, to be fair, those are both quite powerful rare items.
Yeah, they are.
Yeah, and we don't understand the economy in the town we're in either.
Yeah.
Obviously, it's flush with magic. And they get to decide how much people pay. Yeah.
So a pearl of power is only an uncommon item.
Yeah.
Requires attunement by a spellcaster. Speak its command word and regain 1 expended spell slot of 4th level or higher.
Oh, I don't have any spell slots at 4th level or higher, so right now that wouldn't be useful.
Well, it would just regain the highest spell slot you have then.
Okay.
I'm sorry. I misspoke. If the expended slot is a 4th level or higher, the new slot is 3rd level. So
Power stone.
yeah, so you can regain up to a 3rd level spell slot with a pearl of power, and it recharges every dawn.
So sorry. How much is a very rare item?
It depends which one. It's not the same
That-
price for everyone.
Manual
Yeah.
of quickness of action.
if you Google it, they're super expensive.
Yeah, look at them.
I mean, like, prices are subjective in game, though,
Yeah, it just says very rare, so I don't know what GAN would make that cost.
A very rare item. And what is the item you're looking at?
Manual of quickness of action.
Manual of quickness of action.
Oh,
Oh, give me a moment.
very expensive.
And Ring of Invisibility.
No.
Well, no, like
No, Loki.
No. GM says no.
No invisibility today. Manual quickness of action. You're not gonna be happy. It's a lot. It's the most of all the items you guys have requested so far. Roughly 110,000 gold pieces.
wow. Okay,
How much
cool.
What about the ring of invisibility?
The ring of invisibility is 1 million gold pieces.
Yeesh!
Only for Loki though. Everybody else gets a 10% discount on that.
A
Oh
10%
boy.
discount.
That's right.
Only 900,000 gold
feel-
pieces.
I feel like that price on that ring is a nerf to rogues.
Good thing I can make myself invisible. In 2
Well,
ways.
if you get the boon, you could ask for it instead of,
Oh yeah! I'm gonna have invisibility forever.
Oh, I'll make you invisible.
Can't really see what's in the sack. You just know it's there.
I'll put you right in that bag of holding. Put that bag of holding in another bag of holding, and the job is done.
Yeah, I'm gonna start casting levitate and invisibility on grills and just sending them into battle.
Oh God.
I love how everybody's,
Okay.
asking for all these things, and Naveen's like, "Can you get me a chunk of metal that's vaguely sword shaped?"
I
Not
can do
very
you
picky.
better. I will build you a chunk of metal that's vaguely sword shaped.
Perfect.
All I wanted is nitroglycerin in my hands.
That's all. That's all
Oh.
he's looking for. Nitroglycerin in his hands.
It's a simple request. Really.
Yeah.
Well, if you guys are done at the shops, I would say you could turn in for the night to the Blue Water Inn, unless you'd like to look around for some more things.
No. Like, I have to have my magical reveal. Now that you're all done shopping, I come bustling out of the shop with, like, En Vogue in the background.
He's a magnificent looking beast.
Turn my head from side to side so they can see my flower crown.
Does anything
you look
happen in
nice.
the church while I'm in there? I was just not doing anything in particular. I was just
A whole bunch of praying.
'Kay.
And some
Yeah.
many Halo sounds.
Okay, so if I did my math right, the power stone is 12 gold pieces times the level of the power times the level of the manifester. So that would be 162. Did I do the math right there?
I don't know. What's the level of power?
I was doing the level of power at 3, and I am level 5.
All right, so it's, what is that, 37 and a half times 5?
Mm,
Sounds like you were a bit off. I'm going to guess it's from around 185.
187, actually. Yeah,
There you go.
sorry.
It's okay.
So yes, I would like to do that, please.
It's a weird number, 187. All right, you are going to murder someone with that level of power ring. And
It just means I get to pull a new spell slot. Okay.
and making your final purchases. I'm assuming you guys head back to the Blue Water Inn?
Yeah.
All right. And we won't make you guys go back into those rooms, just switch the maps out here. So I'll just do an intermission and we can get right to our next day.
Before we do that, when they get back to the inn, Tempestroth takes Tap into the small room that the innkeeper said he doesn't like, and says, "Okay, now hit me," with the nitroglycerin laced gauntlet.
I don't think that's gonna be a good idea.
I'll be fine. Come on.
Are you sure?
Come on.
All right, Zamiel's gonna cast shield on Tempestroth.
Did you follow us into the room?
No, but
Yeah.
I heard your idiocy through the walls, so I've come into the room.
You heard some strange noises, eh?
I heard, hit me!
I didn't.
Drawn to the sounds of possibly a scuffle, Zamiel enters the room and casts shield.
Can
on
I
Tepesroth.
can I intentionally take the hit?
Yep.
That's what I'm doing the ward on you for.
I leap into the fist.
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, you know what? I have something else I can do. I'm also going to divert my Abjurer's ward temp HP to the guy to Tepesroth too. So you get the shield and 14 temp hit points.
Great. So I think all three of us
The
need a
little
dex save.
insurance layer.
Yep. I would like to see dex saves from Zamiel, from Tap, and from you, Tepesroth, please.
Oh yeah, like I take cover after doing this too, but yeah.
Oh shit! I got a 10.
Tevastroth got a 9.
Damn it.
Shit.
Looks like no one passed their saves. Not sure what you built up for their dex saves for that item in specific. If you still have it in the chat, is it up there?
Oh, 1 sec. It
Yeah.
was DC 12.
Yeah.
Oh, and again, I just have a scene right before the fight, so I'm just going to retcon. I bought a small piece of clothing,
Okay.
and I'll tell what it is later.
I hope it's a toga.
So there, it was 3d6. So I did 9 explosion damage.
9 explosive damage to
Everybody.
everybody. Everybody in the
We were
room.
in a small space.
So Tef,
Each creature within 5 feet, yeah.
Tef, you don't take any of that damage because of Zamiel's lovely spell, but Zamiel and Tepesroth will, or I'm sorry, Zamiel and Tap will both be taking that damage.
So basically, you didn't wait until we left the room to do this. You just did it immediately. That's what happened.
Yeah, he said hit.
Yeah.
And I went, oh, okay.
Thanks.
So there's a loud explosion upstairs.
Yeah.
We're not
Naveen's
paying
down,
for damages.
Naveen's
They are.
downstairs at a table, just rubbing the bridge of his nose, like.
I come up and look and try to figure out what the Sam heck has been going on here.
And like in the middle of the clouds, Tepesroth just like waves in front of his face. He says, "It works."
Matthias is peeking over Nan's shoulder. The barkeep saying, "What in the blazes is going on up there?"
I'm just going to yell up, "No tinkering in the inn! You take that to the forge."
And Matthias nods his head, agreeing.
He told me to hit him.
All right, Zamiel is going to cough, and as soon as the smoke clears, he's going to turn around and he's going to cast Ray of Frost and aim it into the room and hit both of you guys in the room and any stray flames he sees. I guess I got to roll for it. Let's see. Okay, you probably didn't get hit. Lucky. But I'm using it like a fire extinguisher.
I love it.
And so much smoke rises out of the room as you extinguish whatever small little flames are left. And now the room's left with a large bit of char marks all over the wall and floor, right where Tap made his blow.
So Tef says, "Great, it works." Now, it'll recharge, I don't know, sometime tomorrow. But you should be good to go for the match.
Okay.
And Tef will get to work repairing the damages with prestidigitation and carpenter's tools.
I turn around and I see Nan there, and I'm like, he told me to hit him.
Okay. And I just turn around and walk back down the stairs.
Zamiel sighs and says, "We both weren't warded, asshat. You could have waited until we left the room."
I don't have an
Grizz,
ass.
As he brushes ash off his shoulders.
I don't have an ass hat.
Grizz,
Uh-huh.
are you off feeding poor people?
No, I'm playing with poor alley children because there's, dancing for them. Not much entertainment when you're a poor alley kid.
Yeah, I'm gonna go find you.
Girls the dancing bear.
I'm not
playing with
going
some
to find
kids.
you to bring you back. I'm going to find you to not be
Dance
in
with
this
kids.
inn right now.
Oh, fair enough.
Okay.
Naveen
I'm
doesn't
just
wanna-
out. I'm just outside playing with kids. That's it.
Yeah.
You're still in robes too, right, Naveen?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, I'm
Oh, also, one more thing. It was fire. The AOE does fire damage, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Although when
I'm
you
resi-
actually use
I
it
was
in
resistant, so I take a little less.
yeah,
Nice.
I
but
just brushed myself off.
just so you know, Tap, when you actually use it in combat,
Yeah.
it acts kind of like Booming Blade, so you still get the damage from your actual fist hitting something.
Okay.
So it's like, your martial arts die, and then if they, and then the additional effect after.
After the dex save, right?
Yeah.
Got it.
So they have to move for it to trigger, like Booming
No,
Blade?
no.
No.
No,
But you have to hit them for it to trigger, so you get
Okay.
the damage from hitting them, and then it
And
triggers.
then immediately an AOE.
Yes.
sorry. I know I had like one thing, but just one final thing, just for Gan's thing for when my shield comes back. Say a holy symbol is a representation of a god or pantheon. A cleric or a paladin can use a holy symbol, etc., etc. To use the holy symbol in this will, the caster must hold it in hand, wear it visibly, and this is written down in canon, or bear it on a shield.
Oh God.
He did not do that.
So I need to know what happens to my shield because I believe in it. I'm just wondering if it'll turn into a bear emblem.
Oh, isn't that what you asked him to put on there?
Yeah,
I mean-
but I wanted to will it actually be like a real, holy symbol of the bear? Because of my
Well,
faith.
since you're not a cleric, no.
No.
I know,
I mean-
just reaching out for faith and the
If
randomness
you
of the D&D
worship a
universe.
bear god or something, then yeah, maybe.
It's not a bear god, just so much the concept of the bear.
Can I say that you
Well-
believe that it is?
Yes.
but it isn't.
Okay, that's even better.
All right, fair enough.
I'm gonna turn so many vampires with my shield.
Are you
I may
going
try
to-
and make you think that.
Yeah.
Since I have turned.
I'll turn into little
Trust
birds.
me, like if you have an emblem on a shield, you either need faith to make it worth or strength.
So are you going to
Hit
bear-
people over the head with my shield until they believe in the bear. Yes.
No, you're gonna bear the brunt of everything.
I'm barely hanging out right now. All right. As you guys take your long rests, we can do that in Avre.
Huh?
For those of you who need to take a long rest.
Sleepy time.
And as you guys awake in the morning, you head downstairs, grab some breakfast from the inn, and make your way towards the arena, where you've been summoned to begin the gladiatorial competition.
Figures off and we load the new one.
I'm going to go back to the church.
Okay.
And ask the high priest if he could watch over my sword. I have it wrapped up in a cloth and just until after the games.
And the priest blesses you and your sword.
Thank you. I'm highly gracious.
He believes it.
Hey, waited.
I see everybody's spell slots filling back up. That's a good sign. All right, guys, help me out here. Minnie's off the board, or I'm gonna do it.
Yeah,
My mini's
I'm
off
off.
the board.
Thank you, thank you.
Someone do some. My mini just flew off to the distance.
Everybody's like, no, don't kill me. Oh, there they go. I think someone took a guard with them.
He's in his proper place.
Holy crap!
Always love that reaction.
Oh,
Well, no,
That
wow.
is awesome.
Oh,
Do you sleep,
man.
Ken? Are you immune to sleep?
I do sleep sometimes. Every here and there.
Every here and there.
Hmm. So
My
no.
figure is so different now that I have a hard time finding it when I see it on the board.
Now you kind of look like the other two Warforged, to be honest. I have that same struggle. I just remember yours is round and has a stone base, whereas theirs has like metallic bases.
Hmm.
I think I'm finally at my proper height.
Yeah. Yeah, I found it. I just
struggled to do so.
Yeah.
I feel you. Yeah. I do like the changing of minis, but it does pose that problem sometimes. Oh my god, it's a big bear. So you guys should all be on the map already. So if you guys put yourself on the map and
My mini's locked.
oh,
Yeah.
Oh, my bad.
Yeah, we're all locked.
that's not good. That's not good.
It looks like there are two bears.
Yeah.
Oh, there are two bears.
One
Yeah,
was one with a more mangy looking coat. The other one has
Yeah,
a,
that's the one that I can move. The other one that you had, the smaller one, I can't move.
should be able to move
Yeah,
it
it's
now.
locked.
You are the
No,
one
I can.
Oh, there we
Oh.
go.
Oh, somebody unlocked the wrong one. Dang it!
Yeah, I did the
But there goes.
I did the whole unlocking of the wrong thing there. Oh, we can hear the fire now though. Look at that. Give me 1 sec, guys. I'll get you unlocked.
Mm-hmm.
And look at all the little people.
Oh, did we hear
I didn't
any
do that.
news about any of
This
the
isn't-
people while we were doing our thing?
Oh yeah,
The
when we
other
were
combatants.
passively investigating.
Yeah.
Just bear with me while I fix this up, guys. I'm just gonna clear the map
I did-
and restart it, and
Okay.
that should do it.
I'm gonna grab another coffee. I'll be right back.
Coffee. My folks had a
Coffee,
new
coffee.
espresso machine, and it's really interesting to see 75 and 78-year-olds completely addicted to espresso.
Is it Nespresso?
No, it's fancy. It's like a $300 espresso machine. It pulls these beautiful shots with this lovely crema that almost look like a well-poured tiny Guinness.
Wow, that sounds good.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't have anything so fancy at home. So
Oh my god, you have to Google that. I know that it's a thing. It's tiny little espresso cups that look like pints of Guinness. They're
Mhm.
made of glass.
Yeah. We're still missing a platform.
That's fine. Actually, it's better without it. It's a jumping point.
You should have it now. You might need to reload.
Okay. I'm
Yeah,
gonna
we
pop out and
About this
reload.
time.
Yeah, I gotta reload too.
Fine.
Everybody wants their platform.
Uh-oh.
Yay, it's a platform.
See, with beautiful detailed maps comes sometimes struggles, but that's okay.
It's okay.
We'll get through it.
All right, I'm out. Send me the invite whenever.
Gotcha.
You should be able to rejoin. It worked for me anyway.
Let's see. I got you.
Manually.
Join. Oh, yep. Okay, cool. I'm just connecting manually. Seems to have worked. Yay! We have all 4 points of the Coliseum.
Indeed, we do.
That is really grisly down there.
Many have died.
Yeah, the pit of death is fabulous.
We
Yeah,
all know what that's for.
all the
That's
other
for
player.
those of us that are telekinetic.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
the spike
I
probably
feel
isn't
like-
to the death, right?
It's just wood spikes. I mean, it would be a
Yeah,
good
I
place
mean,
to
you know.
hibernate.
Sure.
Could always scratch your fur.
Look,
Hey,
if they
it wouldn't
didn't
be
want
lethal
us to
to a
use the pit
warforged.
of death, they wouldn't have included the pit of death.
Exactly.
Oh my god.
I wonder if I
1,
can just
2.
throw people in there one by
Hang
one.
on, let me see. 3. Okay. I see 3 models from Raid Shadow Legends with its immersive gameplay.
It's okay if we arrange ourselves on this platform, right?
Oh yeah, absolutely. You can put yourself wherever you want to. I just threw you guys out there so you could be out
So, I think Grills with his flying shoes should take the pit of death.
I thought this
Well, I'm
wasn't
gonna
to the
be.
death.
I'm probably just gonna start off going straight to one of the groups. So I have forward, left, and right. Pick where you want me to go.
Oh, I figured we would kind of like try and play defensive and defend this platform with. I mean, because we basically have 3 tanks.
It's free for all. Do whatever
That's
you want.
true.
Yeah,
So
I mean, just yeah.
it is
Yeah,
free for all.
We
Yeah,
probably
I
should
mean-
have discussed strategy overnight.
Yeah, we probably should have.
Nah,
if
blowing
we-
up a room is much better use of our time.
I mean, we could have done both.
If we put Tap at one of the corners and Bear at one of the corners and Naveen at one of the pathways, then we can stay in the center. The support people can stay in the center, and Kang can just run around and do what works best for him. Zamiel can blast people with rays of death, and I can hit people if need be, or buff and heal them.
Yeah, I think that works. All right. In that case, why don't I sit here, and I'll try to block off this platform as well as I got plenty of spells and telekinesis.
Yeah.
To throw people.
With our spellcasters, wouldn't it be easier to just group them all up together or try to lure them into massive...
Well, it's a free for all, so they're all going to be fighting each other too.
Oh.
Theoretically speaking.
Yeah, my
Yeah, I
first.
imagine that they're gonna, if they join in groups, they're probably gonna try and attack.
Yeah, my thought was just basically I would fly to the first group, grab 2 of them, and throw them in the pit of spikes.
Fun. Okay.
Wouldn't that kill them?
Maybe.
That'd be
No.
fun.
They're
No, remember-
non-lethal spikes. Remember?
They're non-lethal for the purpose of this game.
They're just going to go to sleep.
Right.
Yes.
They're gonna take a
Or-
long nap.
Forever sleep.
Yes.
I assume there are clerics on hand to heal people.
From spike damage.
And if that's the case, if Bear is gonna fly around and grab people, then I can stand at one of these, because I'm pretty tough.
I mean, if we have like multiple spellcasters on this like centerpiece, I think y'all will be able to zone them out pretty well, right? Like, imagine them trying to walk into several
we
walls
all-
of fire and whatnot.
Right. So if we all go to where we stand over the spikes of death.
Oh, I mean, I wouldn't stand over the spikes of death.
Because I'm not all that interested in standing over the spikes of death.
I don't plan on moving from where I'm at.
Yeah, the platform seems like a better place for us to take our stand from. And if nobody comes to us, then we can change our strategy. We can also let them all kill each other first, or take each other out, rather. But I don't
Actually,
think that's
yeah,
how it's going to
I
go.
think I like that idea of just holding back because we have the largest group of all.
Yeah.
Which
Right.
makes us the target. Granted.
Right, which means they're probably coming for us first. So we should try and yeah.
Which-
So what do you think?
Which,
So
if we
I'll
hang
hold
on,
here.
if
Sorry,
we
go
put up,
ahead.
if we put up a strong defense, yes, they're all going to come after us. But then it'll show opportunity strikes for them to strike each other, and so we just have to weather the first blow.
You
Mhm.
cannot predict when things are going to attack you.
No,
But
we
the
can
strongest
plan.
place to be is the bear in front of his cave, and then you will be safe.
Right. Anyway.
Right. So you stand in front of the cave, and the
Thank
cave
you
is
for
going
that
to
bearism.
be this platform here.
Yes.
Okay.
Mhm. Yeah.
And Zamiel, did you get out front so that you had range on people, or?
Yeah, pretty much. I can also
Okay.
take aggro if needed.
You're not squishy, are you?
Not particularly. I have a lot of wards and temp HP and stuff.
Oh, nice. Yeah, we should
Yeah.
be fine. I think this will work, right?
I'm probably squishier than Samuel.
Wait, really?
Yeah. I only have 19 AC and like 44 hit points. If we want to metagame that.
Yeah, I finally got my armor up to
19's
22.
pretty good.
Yeah, 19's pretty good.
I know, but he's
Anything
got
over 18 is approaching tank territory.
he's got spell slots. I have smite slots. So
Yeah, smites are good.
yeah, but they're not very defensive.
All
No,
right, so I think this layout will work for us, right?
Yeah.
I think so.
All right.
So I'm going to go ahead and, as soon as we get ready, I will cast Bless on anybody that's standing at one of the
Yeah. I'm guessing there's going to be fanfare and
entry
stuff
points.
before we.
Yeah.
Well, actually, Samuel, how about you stand behind me and just because the point right behind me, you can shoot everything, but everything coming inwards will probably hit me.
It's the range is fine. Yeah,
Yeah, I'll just
you
take
should
the
still be
danger
able to.
point. Oh yeah, quick thing before we start, Nan. I'm just going to come up to you and just say, Nan, you have been very good. Not quite bear good, but you're on the way. And then I'm gonna put like a little hoodie on her head and tie it, and or like a little woolen skull cap, and it's got bear ears. But I do say you are good enough to be a cub.
Oh my god.
Congratulations, bear cub. And then I go take my post.
Okay. That's amazing.
Lucky.
Thank you.
When do I get to be a bear cub?
When you're as awesome as Nan.
Well, that's gonna take a while. I mean, she's way too
But she's
awesome.
an adult. It's gonna take forever.
All right, I think we're good to go, Gan.
Mhm.
Although this guy is like knocked over.
Oh man, he's not supposed to be there. Get him out of there.
Nah, keep him. You're gonna need him.
It's a lot of dead bodies. All right. With that being said, the king files into his booth, and above a loudspeaker, you guys hear some kind of magically amplified sound coming out, and it's the king speaking, and he says, "Greetings, people of Zolenberg, and travelers from afar. Today we have a glorious contest ahead of us, in which 19 combatants will face off with one another in a battle till the, well, not till the death, but a battle till the last man standing." And with this, the crowd roars its approval. And he goes through announcing each of the combatants, listing you guys off last. And you see that there's a couple shield dwarves over here, one being the Beard, other being Goyle and Dahlgrim. And these are warriors from Zolenberg, representing the king. And then there is a group of brigands over here, Grug, Khalid, and Ruve. And over on this platform, we have our friend Crash Bandit Coot, another brigand, or I'm sorry, bandit, and Tetra and Terra, the two sisters. One is a shield maiden, and the other is a brigand as well. And then we have Tallulah, who is also a shield dwarf.
Oh, where's the cook at?
Ah! Almost forgot Gragas.
Yay! I can see him.
Need Gragas.
Hey, I can see him too. Woohoo!
And with that, he announces the rest of you, and the crowd, being that you're outsiders, the only ones that get applause are the dwarfs. Everybody else gets a light boo, but you guys get the lowest sounding boo of all the other booers.
But we have a dwarf with us.
It's like, no, she's not Boo Boo. It's Nan. Nan.
That's pretty good. And with that, he says, "Let the contest begin!" And everybody roll initiative.
God, it's been a while.
Woo! Dice finally came through for me.
Oh,
Wait. You might have to do that one more time, guys. Sorry.
Oh wait.
Nan, Tefisroth, and Loki.
I got a 16, so.
Oh, we have to do I forgot to do initiative in the thing.
Oh, and Avre?
yeah.
No worries.
Yeah, in Avre.
Oh yeah,
Oh.
I did it. D&D Beyond.
And it's /R.
Exclamation.
Exclamation.
Spit.
Oh,
Yeah, in it, join.
Oh, I see. That's right. That's right.
What is it again? It's
Exclamation init space join.
give us 2 weeks off, man.
I don't know where I'm supposed to type that in.
Oh, that's even worse. Holy cow.
Yeah. I'm that bad with Discord.
That right there.
thank
Stop
you.
trying to roll the command.
This, again, is complicated for me because I'm supposed to have advantage on initiative, but we can't do that in Avray.
No, it shows
You just
your.
roll twice.
Yeah, it rolls twice. It
Okay.
takes the higher one.
Yeah, it'll just take.
Did it already? Oh, I'm sorry. Okay.
Yeah, see, it says a
Yeah, I see
CD20
that now. Sorry.
keep
Disregard.
Yeah.
Oh
Okay.
yeah, you rolled a 1. You lucky. You're so lucky you had that.
You're missing.
Nice.
You're missing.
Dude, that's an
I
awesome
did that
roll.
You're missing an I in it. In it. In it. In it.
Oh,
INIT.
Nope.
in it. Okay.
Yeah, and there's no space after the exclamation point too.
Okay, and am I just supposed to chat with Avray that?
Yes.
No,
you just put that into our Discord channel.
No, I didn't do it that time.
So
No.
exclamation init space join.
They spelled join wrong.
You spelled in it wrong.
Which is the god of the sun.
That's, yeah, just
Yeah,
copy
paste
what
that.
Samuel
Oh,
put
okay,
in
okay.
without the
Yeah,
brackets.
I'll get it one of these days.
That's alright, no worries. There's no tests here, guys.
Oh, thank God.
You fail.
Of course.
Oh, it punished you.
I actually like tests. I got by on them.
Oh my
The
God,
bear-
Bear.
Not so
the bear
much.
gets a 20.
Girls.
Holy hell!
I think
Well,
like
that's three.
I think the D&D gods are saying that I need to do something exceptionally unbearable.
Oh God.
You
You
already
did.
have.
Of course. I get one in Avray that's really good, and then I'm like, I do that one, and I'm like, that sucks.
I need to get a second monitor.
It is helpful for this a lot.
Extremely.
I'm just technologically, what do you call it? Stupid. So
That's
I'm,
not a
Nah.
nice thing to say.
Everybody has different skill sets.
yeah, no, I can build you a table like right now,
Nice.
but I can't help you with a computer. So
I can
know
help
we're-
with the computer and I can watch you build a table.
Yes, that's pretty much what
I was gonna say it's not that you're technologically stupid; it's that you're not inclined to learn the technology.
yeah, I've tried. It doesn't click.
Yeah.
You have a different set of skills.
Yeah, exactly. I know where my strengths are. That's
Quick
fine.
question: what is the conversion rate? What's the ruler unit I should be using? Centimeter or inch?
Oh yeah.
You guys should be using inches.
Okay.
If you don't want to use inches, we don't have to use inches. We can basically use the squares that are on the sand. I think you guys could judge that and go into like an eagle eye view. Pretty easy.
Okay. Each one of these is 5. Okay, I got you.
Does that make sense?
Yes, it does.
Cool. If you need help with reference on how far away from you, just round
So
it.
each of these squares is 5 feet, or?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so the conversion is 2.5 inches per square.
Thank you. All right. Who's up first?
Let's see. Grills.
Okay, well, I'm going to rage, and I'm going to this stupid thing. Okay, gonna just so this is 1, 2, 3, 4. I can move a total of 8. I'm just gonna go here. I'd like to grab these 2 and then go throw them in the pit. What would that necessitate? Tallulah and Terra.
Well, I'm assuming you're gonna fly over to them, pick them up.
No, I'm actually running because I can run further than I can fly.
Perfect. In order to pick one of them up, you're gonna need to grapple with one of them. So in order to do it to both of them, I'm just gonna see 2 grappling checks, and they're gonna resist.
And that'll be both of my attack actions, and then use the rest of my movement to just run over and drop them in the pit.
Yep, that works.
All right, so first, so this will be an unarmed strike, right?
Just it should be just
Athletics.
a strength roll actually for.
You have strength checks. Do you have advantage when you're raging?
Yeah, but I did roll with advantage. The
okay.
dice gods hated me.
Sorry, can't win every grappling contest, although I'm sure it's fun to do so. And yeah, also, there's a good reason you can't use athletics proficiency bonus in place of your strength proficiency bonus for grappling. Trust me. There's a good reason. Because it's freaking real easy to get a high athletics modifier, but it's not easy to get a high strength modifier. I think they nerfed that a long time ago.
Okay.
Don't let that dissuade you from using grapple, though. It's still, OP. You know what I mean?
Yeah, because it's going to take me multiple strikes to hit one of these guys, but I figure if I can just grab them and toss them, it's just, one shot, one kill.
I hope you don't get disqualified or something for dropping someone into the spikes.
They would have told us that there were rules like that, and I think
Yeah.
the surprise so far is the pit of death, but we'll see if there's any other surprises that they're going to
I
throw
think it's
at
the
us.
cages on either side, personally. But
Oh,
Will.
it could be those two. Or the cages are there for when they have caged animals.
could be.
Rue calls out to the wizard Zamiel and says, "What do you say, wizard? How about a one-on-one?"
Which one's Rue?
The one who steps.
Oh, he moves up.
Yeah, and he steps forward and starts interesting. And Loki's up.
Oh.
I'm going to look over to the beard and just start insulting him and cast vicious mockery on him.
The beard?
He's over here.
Yeah.
Hold on.
Oh, okay.
Yes, yeah.
They have
the beard.
names. There we go.
Yep, his name's the Beard. He needs to pass the wisdom saving.
I love
Oh,
that
by the
name,
way,
the beard.
Do you look
It's like
all
a dwarf
spiffy
spook story.
and wonderful, Loki?
Yeah, my model hasn't updated yet. I think Gannicus is gonna have it done by next session. But yeah,
Oh, he's not very wise. As a man with that kind of beard, you know, I would say he should have way more wisdom than that. They say the longer your beard, the more wise you are, right?
well, and we're
Maybe
fifth
it's
level.
a
Ooh, so it's 2d4. Nice.
Nice.
And I'm just gonna shout over to him. Your mother's a filthy dwarven whore.
Okay.
And hit him with a
You're from Jersey.
Highly offended.
And I'm just gonna glance over to Gragas. So's your mother.
So called for.
Gragas says, I'll be saving the first welt for you.
I hope he does.
And with that,
With
I'm guessing that's
that
your
being
turn,
said, I'm going to move away from Gragas because he's very hostile.
Oh,
I wonder
he's
how
awful.
that happened.
Alright, Jeff, you're up.
Alrighty. I can use 20, let's see, 5, 10, 15, yeah, 20 feet of movement to get here. I'm a puncher in the face, or attempt to.
Unarmed strike. Let's see it.
Come on, you should know me better than that. We're gonna booming blade, of course. Ah, sadness. I'm pretty sure that doesn't hit.
It does not.
What a shame. Okay. She is fairly close to this edge here, though. Bonus action, I'm going to try and telekinetically shove her. This way.
Alright.
And that is a... Let me double check. The strength saving throw, DC 15. That fails. I move her 5 feet towards the edge, which might be close enough.
Oh, I'd say she falls off. And as she falls down, and the fall renders her unconscious, you hear again over the loudspeaker the king's voice saying, Aha! Our first has fallen to the sands. She is disqualified. And we've revealed our secret rule for this year. Any who touch the sands will be disqualified. Knock your opponent from the platform and they will be disqualified. Continue!
I'm just gonna say before we continue. Well, that freaking figures. What a genius.
Yeah, that'll be the end of my turn.
Alright, Naveen's up.
I'm gonna step slightly to the side and gesture to what's his name? Gragas. Be like, "Do you wish to go have fun? Feel free." And then I'm going to stand there looking bored with my arms on the cross hilt, point down on my sword, and just stand there and ready my action to wall up anybody that runs up to me.
Alright. Anybody gets within range, got an AOO.
I got a free melee reaction attack.
Yep.
Yep. But I made room for Gregus to go past me if he wants.
I think he said it to Loki next.
It is free for all. Forgot about that.
Ah, okay.
Alright, Samuel, you're up.
Alright, Zamiel is going to step up and accept Ruve's challenge. Then he's going to smirk and he's going to cast his web spell and fill the whole central area with webs. So I'll do a little drawing here. I'll everywhere that's got blue on it's webbed.
Nice.
And the inside of the pit. The inside of the pit too.
What is that exactly?
Webs, spider webs.
Nice.
Yes, the web spell is awesome.
Yeah. Anybody who starts or ends their turn in there, or anybody who wants to act when entering them, has to make a saving throw of DC 15 strength, I believe.
This guy moved in
Nope,
that space before you did that, by the way. Grug. And so. But I imagine he's going to need to move forward or backward next turn. Is that
Oh, they're completely. Actually, you're completely restrained if you fail your save.
okay?
Yeah. You got to beat the 15 or no move.
Oh, that's Grill. Sorry. I did not go
It's Crash Bandicoot.
Crash Bandicoot.
That was a good one. I saw that.
I thought Tap was going to like that. I actually named this one this time. Alright. Let's see.
Is there a mechanic when you use an attack for a pushback?
You mean like shoving someone?
Knock back.
Yeah, or like, taking your weapon and doing a good old golf swing to get somebody airborne.
Yeah, look up knock back.
There's shove.
Maybe I'm thinking of something else.
Someone shot me?
No,
No,
they tried to shoot you.
I'll just look at them and just say, well, that didn't work.
Alright. I will, I think I have the movement to run up behind Tallulah. And I will, first attack with my rapier. Booming Blade, of course. 17. Does that hit?
That does hit.
Alright. Alright, so that is 22 damage, and then the Booming Blade. This is going to be a lot of rolls. Another 9? Seems high.
Damn.
That should be 1d8. So I'm not sure how it came to 9.
So just the 2? Or just the 6?
Yeah. The additional 3 is if they move.
We're gonna have to manually calculate damage anyway, so it's not gonna matter. Just tell me
Alright, and then that was because Grills is there. It's also a sneak attack, so another 3d6.
Jesus.
Yes. He utilizes that character very well.
That's another 9. And then I could add more to that, but I think I'm going to stop it there. That was just the first hit.
Right.
And now the short sword of warning for my second hit.
Okay.
That's an 8. And I get a sneak attack on that one too, right?
Yes.
Another 9. And hell, why not? Let me expend 1 charge of the Hunter's Coat for another 1d10 just for fun.
That might be overkill at this point.
It might be, but it's a new tool.
Yeah, I don't think your attack roll passed there.
It didn't? Okay. Disregard then, sorry. Yeah, I just got ahead of myself. Alright, then it was just the first 17 rolls that count.
Okay.
31, I think, is what I added up, but you can double check me.
Oh,
My math has been not great today.
I was gonna change her health, but
22,
no, you need to do that. Better just remove her from combat. Let's see.
28. Yeah. 37.
Let's see what else. And that was to Tallulah?
Yes.
Got it. Thank you.
And that's my turn. I don't want to add any more rolls to this, so.
Alright. And Tallulah is disqualified. She falls unconscious.
At least her little skirt doesn't fall when you flip her upside down.
No, she stays ladylike, even upside down. Let's see here. This other side of the map. And Goyle yells over to Loki, "What did you say about my friend's mother?" Respond as an
No, I wasn't talking to your friend. I was talking to you. Your mother's a whore.
Three people's mothers. Right. And the beard follows afterwards and says, "Nope,
Three dwarf.
I heard
Specifically.
you say about my mother." And he follows behind his friend.
You're right. I did.
Hot pursuit.
Okay. I am going to cast Bless on at level 1 on this girl's close enough now. Yeah, he's still close enough on Grills, Naveen, and Zamiel. And then, yeah, those guys are close enough, so let's go ahead and do that too. And then my bonus action, I'll pull out good old spiritual weapon, and I'll do that at level 2. And
Double blessed right now. It's extremely holy.
and I'm going to put the spiritual weapon on Goyle. And that is 10 damage.